Every day at Toronto Wildlife Centre, dozens of volunteers ranging across a variety of departments work tirelessly to ensure wild animals get the help that they need. Today we had the pleasure of following Leanne, a long-time wildlife care volunteer. We also interviewed her, but bear with our audio quality. Our equipment went a little wild.
I have been a volunteer at the Toronto Wildlife Centre for nearly 8 years. I find it so amazing working with wildlife. In my day job as a physician, I have significant experience in working with humans, so I came to be a volunteer with wildlife to give me something beyond what I do in my day job, but still helping beings on this planet. I have gotten to a Tier 3 level of volunteer training, which is considered a medical tier of training. As I started my day today, I do the usual where I check the notes from the supervisors to see if there's anything new that I need to be aware of. And then I will check if there are medications that are needed to be given in a timely fashion. Beyond that, I will check the various treatment boards again to see if there are tasks that a Tier 3 volunteer such as myself would do. And today, I got to work with various animals, both providing their medical care as well as helping with setting up their environments and their enclosures and doing some feeding. Now, I started working with a sparrow who needed some subcutaneous fluids, so to be rehydrated, and also was to need tube feeding because they had come in and were not eating on their own.
Heating up fluids so that we can warm both the subcutaneous fluids that the sparrow needs as well as the tubing. We don't want to give them cold because that could cause shock to the bird or hypothermia. We don't want them too hot, obviously, because that could cause the injury. So just a nice warm.
With her supplies ready, Leanne headed to where the sparrow was located. But when she was about to begin, she noticed the bird wasn't looking too good. As an experienced volunteer, she knew what to do.
Before I actually touch this animal, he does not look great. He's puffed up, his head is tucked into his feathers. So there are times though I can do the care for him right now. I just want to get the staff supervisor just to take a peek to make sure that he's okay for me to continue his care.
The approach that I take is really to be very mindful and, if anything, put myself in the perspective of the animal, recognizing they are fearful of us despite me being there to help them, and to do the best we can swiftly and efficiently to provide the care they need, and then allow them the peace and the calm that they need to be able to heal.
Leanne was right to be safe. Together, her and senior wildlife rehabilitator Clements gave the sparrow some supportive care to build his strength and then a break from any interaction. While Clements placed the weak patient in an oxygen tank to help him recover, Leanne carried on to help another one, this one a bit bigger.
Okay, so the next would be the goose.
I worked with the Canada goose today to provide the medications. With many of the animals that we work with, we need a partner, because we do need someone to be able to be the handler to hold the animal while we would provide the medical care. So I had one of my volunteer colleagues who has also recently become a Tier 3 medical volunteer, and she and I worked with this Canada goose. I administered the medication, followed by a flush of water, just to ensure that all the medication gets into the animal, and then we carefully remove the tube. And ultimately, that animal got to go and spend a day in one of our pools that we set up for them.
With the goose doing well, Leanne went on to prepare and provide food to a few patients, including a turkey vulture and a groundhog, before ending her day preparing a Virginia opossum's enclosure.
The opossums often have trouble over the winter with issues such as frostbite, and then they need to come into care until spring. As a volunteer, that is a big part of what we do, is setting up enclosures for the animals, ensuring that they are safe and that they have the appropriate enrichment to help with the animals' recovery. Being a volunteer and being able to be hands-on is a fantastic experience. I find it is incredibly rewarding working with wild animals who really need our help. And I am grateful that I'm able to do that here at DWC.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when we share new content. We would also love if you shared this video with a friend.